week and I'm coming to you with an update. I am 14 months and some odd weeks post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. I just filmed a get ready with me where I just did my makeup. So if you want to check that out, you can. A lot of it is just me talking about just mostly Instacart and doing my shopping through them, but also some makeup and stuff like that. So if you want to check it out, it's a new type of video for me, and I've been enjoying those videos lately, so I figured I would film one. But anyway, this will be my update video. So I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery January 26, 2017 in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am 32. I will be 33 in a couple months. I am 5'4.5", and let's see, my highest weight was almost 300 pounds. It was about 296 was my highest recorded weight that I remember. And when I decided to have weight loss surgery, I was in the 260s. Then I had a 3-month supervised diet. I got down to 239. I think that was my consult weight. And then I had a 10-day 1,000-calorie diet, and I lost another 5 pounds. So my surgery weight was 234. And I mean, I've talked about this before, but how I got from 296 to I was in the 270s for quite a while. I was diagnosed as having insulin resistance, which is pre-diabetes, and my body wasn't using the insulin that it was producing, and it was causing me to gain weight, so even more weight. So I was put on metformin, and I lost about 20 pounds with that and diet. And so I was in the 270s for a while, and then I don't know, when I started looking into weight loss surgery, I was in the 260s. I don't know how that 10 pounds came off, but it did. And yeah, anyway, so 234 was my surgery weight, and today I was 154.2 pounds. That is down from last weekend. I did wake up and was a little dehydrated this morning, so when I'm a little dehydrated, which I know because I'll wake up with a headache, and it's usually the times when I didn't drink a whole lot of fluids the night before, yeah, then I will wake up with a headache and my weight will usually be lower. But it was 154.4 yesterday, so I don't, it's not a huge difference from yesterday. But yeah, and in case you're wondering, so far I have had half of a protein shake, just the Advantage French vanilla that I always drink and always show you guys, mixed with I just filled a little container the rest of the way full, because I had the first half yesterday for breakfast, well, as part of my breakfast or part of my morning fluids. Yeah, I filled it the rest of the way with cashew milk and the unsweetened vanilla cashew milk. I think it's Almond Breeze right now. And I tried out these Muscle Milk lemon protein bars. They were half off at Target yesterday. I guess they're normally $8. I never would have bought them at $8, but they were on sale $4 for 5 of them, so I bought them to try them. And I'll do a little review on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. If you don't, you are welcome to leave your Instagram name below. My profile is private, so I can follow you, and then maybe you can follow me back. But yeah, they were okay. They're edible. At first I didn't think they were edible. At first I was like, oh god, this is way too sweet and gross, and I just can't. But I kept eating it, and by the end of it I was like, yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. So Yeah, I know that's kind of weird, but I'm gonna eat them because I bought them and they have 15 grams protein and 190 calories, so the stats aren't too bad. I think they have like 11 net carbs, so $4. It is what it is. I try and like, well, I buy a lot of like protein foods, especially if they're on sale, protein and convenience foods. So it kind of evens out because I'm not eating as much. So yeah, I'm not eating as much, so I'm not spending as much on like extra food, but the foods that I buy now tend to be a little more expensive than what I would buy in the past, because in the past I could just eat sandwiches and those are really inexpensive, but now like I have a, you know, like high protein diet that I follow for the most part. I'm really good about getting my protein for the most part, as long as I have like protein foods like available to me, you know, in the house and stuff like that. And you know, I can always find something, like when we go like get like fast food or something, I can always find stuff like that. I do eat like a pretty good amount of red meat, and I'm okay with that. That I understand that that is potentially not the healthiest thing, but it does have a lot of protein in it, and I'm not really having iron issues like I was before, so it is what it is. I'll see what my lab work looks like next time I do get labs. So like my cholesterol was creeping up a little bit, but at the same time, like it's better than it was in the past, like before I had weight loss surgery. My cholesterol is definitely better, and the good cholesterol is higher than it was in the past. But yeah, like my doctor had said to keep an eye on it, and I'm sure that it was a little higher than it probably should be, just because I eat fast food and I eat red meat. So anyway, so yeah, what did I want to talk to you guys about? Well, first I will just show you like a little update of where my arms are at. It's definitely not impressive, but I can see a difference, and the point I want to make is that you, even by doing a little bit, you can see a difference over time. I do like work out with my kettlebell, and it's not even like a crazy amount. I just literally will do like, I think it's like 30, I don't even know. My kettlebell's like 20 or 30 pounds, I don't know, something like that. I could be off, but anyway, I just use it and go like this, you know, like 15 times, and then like this, oh, that loose skin, 15 times, and then lift it like this 15 times on each side. And then I also have been doing like 15 squats with like my legs pointed out and then forward, 15 of each of those. And so just with that, like I can see a difference. You know, I do that like, I don't know, I do that a few times a week. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. I think it was 3 or 4 times this week. I did that. And yeah, I can see a difference. I can see a difference in my arms, and I can see a difference in my butt. It's not like a huge difference like it would be if I was exercising a lot harder and eating better, but it is a difference, so I'll just go ahead and show you. So yeah, anyway, let's try this side. And whenever I do this, like YouTube always like makes this a thumbnail if I ever do this. So see, you can see a bump. You know, it's not anything crazy. I mean, sorry, apparently I can't bump things and it will just stop. I can't, if I touch certain things on my phone, it's just gonna stop recording. So anyway, but yeah, this is me not flexed. And as you can see, there's a good amount of loose skin, and eventually I would like to have that removed. My stomach is my biggest area of concern. So plastic surgery, like my stomach first and foremost, and then it's like kind of between like my breasts and my arms. Like as far as what would be more important, I would like to have both done. I do have a good amount of loose skin on my legs. It doesn't bother me as much, but I think if I wanted to like go swimming or something like that in the future, that it would bother me. And so, you know, I don't wear shorts a lot or anything like that, so it's not like the biggest deal. I would like to have like, it would be lovely to have like a lower body lift. So yeah, I have things that I'm thinking about for the future. Whenever that, maybe it could be a while. And then I've been thinking about my tummy, and I think that I would like to have the fleur-de-lis, just because I have like a good amount like under my breast still. I just don't think that like a normal tummy tuck would give me the results that I want. I am going to show you, I think I will go ahead and show you my belly. It's not cute, it's really not cute, but it is what it is, and I feel like it's helpful to see these things from people sometimes. Sorry, my bathroom is just not like a wonderful or ideal place, but I'm showing you this for a couple reasons. One, I haven't really showed my scars, and like my scars are super light, so I've been really lucky that way. But also just to show you like what I've got going on. It's weird because if I only see from like my belly up or whatever, I still feel really chubby. But my husband got me a full length mirror, and it's made a big difference, because when you see the whole me, like I don't look super chubby. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully you can see, like I'm gonna have to find my scars. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see in this light, but yeah, like I said, it's definitely not pretty. I have a lot of loose skin on my belly and still some fat, because this is just where I carry it. Let's see, this is a scar from my gallbladder. So it's very light. And that's from like 10 years ago. So there's a scar there, I think also from my gallbladder. Yeah, my belly button closes because of all the loose skin. That wasn't really ever an issue before I started to lose weight. But there's a scar there next to my belly button. Yeah, there's a scar right there, and one right there. You probably can barely see them because I can barely see them. So I've been pretty lucky as far as scars go. I definitely have stretch marks. You know, that's just from gaining weight, and also like when I was pregnant with my son. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I realized this is really not cute, and yes, it is like an area that I'm very, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me, but this is an area that I'm like obviously not comfortable with, but it's just part of what it is. I still like, I would prefer this to what it was. So, but yeah, anyway, I think that, yeah, I would definitely get good results, and will feel a lot more small once I do eventually get skin removal surgery, because my frame is actually on the smaller side. Sorry, you can see the top of my underwear, I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, that's where things are at. I've got this stretchy shirt on that my mother-in-law gave me. Kind of pulls me in, but yeah. And yes, I am wearing this brown tank top that also doesn't really match, and a shirt over it. So anyway, like I said, I haven't really showed off my skin. All right, wow, like I was just talking for a couple of minutes and didn't even realize that my video was not recording anymore. So yeah, that's awesome. But anyway, I was just saying, I was just saying to myself, that I've been pretty lucky. My scars aren't that dark, and even though like my belly is just not, it's not cute. I know that, you know, like, try not to be like an asshole. I do have feelings. I am a person, and even though your opinion doesn't matter, I still don't want to like hear really shitty or hurtful things about it. So, yeah. Anyway, but I feel like previously I was worried about having like a fleur-de-lis because the scar is so major, and I know arm scars are really major as well, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, I was worried about like a fleur-de-lis because I was like, wow, that scar is going to be crazy. But I think that ultimately, like my scars, I've had a breast reduction, and that was a lot of scarring, and it's still like, I mean, I don't think that you could just look at me and see that I had a breast reduction necessarily. I don't know. I don't think that you can, but it is what it is. Obviously, I'm not going to show you, but yeah, I think I've been pretty lucky as far as scars go. So I think that if I do have a fleur-de-lis, the scar isn't going to be that bad, and I really just would like to get like the best results that I can. Obviously, this is still like a long ways in the future because I don't have like the money or credit for it, but hopefully one day that will happen, and I feel like I'll feel a lot better when that does happen. So anyway, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? I talked to you guys a lot about like numbers and how I think that people shouldn't get so hung up on a number, whether that be a certain weight or a certain size, where like you need to be that to be happy with yourself and with your body. I mean, I just showed you my belly, and like I'm wearing these jeans I'm wearing today are size 4. You know, and this is like an extra large shirt in kids, which is like, it's really like a small or a medium, probably like a medium in women's is what it translates to be. But so size wise, you know what I mean, like my sizes are like what somebody else might like want to be eventually, you know. And for me, like I never thought that I would be wearing these sizes. Like before I had weight loss surgery, I told my husband, I was like, you know, I feel like maybe I'll only get down to like 180. I don't know if that's my husband or if that's my cat. Hold on. Hey guys, sorry. My husband had to use the bathroom and I was hogging it. So anyway, what I was saying is that I felt like I told my husband that I think that, you know, like before I had surgery, like I might only get down to like 180 pounds, and that I would be okay with that. And like he was like, no, I think like you'll get further down than that, you know. And so I was just like, I mean, his mom had the lap band, and so, you know, he's had some experience being around somebody that's had a weight loss surgery and whatnot and helping her. But yeah, I don't know, I didn't expect to get where I'm at. I didn't expect to be like wearing the sizes that I'm wearing or anything. And I feel like after I get like plastic surgery, that is going to be really weird, because I think that I'll probably be wearing, you know, like smaller clothing. I mean, at least like smaller tops, you know, like pant size. You know, I wear my pants under my belly, and I just always have, because I've had so much belly that it's not something that I could just easily tuck into pants, or, you know, or that I wanted to. So anyway, but yeah, so I am like 30 pounds less, almost 30 pounds. Yeah, 25 pounds. Yeah, I'm like 25 pounds less than I thought that I would be, and it does make a big difference. 25 pounds like makes a big difference. Maybe like when you're bigger, you know, I mean, it still makes a difference. But like when I was bigger, you know, 25 pounds wasn't like the end all be all or whatever. It wasn't like a huge difference, but 25 pounds heavier than I am now looked a lot different than where I'm at. And if I lost another 25 pounds, which won't happen, then I would look a lot different than I do now. Probably, in my opinion, too thin for me. Now, as far as numbers go, you know, in case you haven't watched my previous videos, and just because I wanted to like talk about numbers really quick, you know, so where I thought I would be is after weight loss surgery was like 180 pounds. Where my surgeon who did my surgery wanted me to be was 140 pounds, and I'm 154 pounds, so I'm 14 pounds heavier than where he wanted me to be at a year. And I think that ended up being like an unrealistic goal for me personally, because if you watch my previous videos, I just feel like they were really unrealistic about their plan. It didn't work for me. They wanted me to eat as little as possible and exercise as much as I could. So what it ended up being, you know, was I was like eating less than 800 calories, like sometimes maybe only 600 calories, because I was eating such small amounts, and they discouraged snacking, and you know, just 3 meals a day. And I would only be eating maybe like 800 calories, you know, and was exercising, and the result was I didn't feel good. I felt dizzy all the time, and I didn't have any energy, and one day I actually passed out. So that was scary, and I knew that something needed to be addressed. So I went and saw my primary care doctor, and he told me I needed to be eating more, and told me I needed to be drinking like G2 when I work out, so that I could replenish the electrolytes. And then I went to see a different bariatric surgeon that I used to work for, and I asked her what, like she said, you need to, like, we would like to see you no less than 800 calories, but we'd like to see around 1,000 calories a day. And at that point I was actually stalled in my weight loss, and I wasn't feeling well, and I wasn't eating enough, and I was probably exercising way too much, which wasn't like a crazy amount. It's actually more than I'm doing now, but it was too much for how much I was taking in. And yeah, so I asked her what she thought a healthy weight for me would be, and she said based on my height that 150 pounds would be a good weight for me. So I'm still 4 pounds above that. The lowest weight that I've ever seen is 152 point something. It was like 6 or 8, 152.6 or 8, and that was like only one time. And after that, like the lowest weight that I've maintained is like 153.4 or 6, and I maintained that for quite a while. And then I have been eating more and exercising less and stress eating and all of those things. So for the past couple of months, I've been more in the 154 all the way up to 157 range. My weight fluctuates a lot. It does, depending on what I'm eating and how I'm exercising. Also, like if I'm retaining water and all that. So anyway, those are the numbers that the doctors, you know, assigned to me. And the weight that what I told my primary care doctor when I saw him last, and I think I am going to get a new primary care doctor, because he just doesn't seem to care as much as he used to, which is a bummer. But yeah, you know, I told him about like wanting to get like plastic surgery and everything, and actually had him like document some of the issues I'm having, because when I do exercise like vigorously, it does hurt to have like that overhang. And I know that sometimes if there's enough documentation, some insurances will help cover the cost of like to have the paniculectomy. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. But like that apron part of your stomach cut off. But for me, that wouldn't give me desirable results, since that's where like a lot of my belly is at. Like a lot of my fat and stuff, a lot of my weight that I still carry is in my belly. I know that that wouldn't be enough, and I wouldn't be happy with that. So yeah, anyway, I was talking to him about that, and I said it would be nice to get down like another 10 pounds. And he said, you're probably going to be that like once you have plastic surgery and get the extra skin removed. He's like, that extra 10 pounds is probably just loose skin. So that was kind of nice to hear. But yeah, I don't necessarily need to be 145. That would be like a normal weight for my height. It's a high end of normal, but for me, like I just like, I don't know, I just feel like that, you know, if I was on the lower end of normal for like my body, I just feel like it would just be too thin. Like it's already weird for me, having been overweight all my life. I was just like sometimes just looking in the mirror and just like, oh, I look like a completely different person to me. So yeah, I guess that's what I mean by like I don't need to be skinny, you know. I would just like to get rid of my belly and some of the loose skin issues that I have, you know, have like another like breast lift, get the excess skin removed, and possibly like in the past I was like against the idea of implants, but I might be interested in getting like a very small implant. I don't want to have big breasts. I wear like a size D now, but you know, I have had a breast reduction, and at one point like my breasts, like I was having a hard time fitting into like a size M. And I'm not joking about that. Like when I had my breast reduction, they took off like 11 pounds of breast tissue. It was like a pretty major surgery. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, they had to remove, like, I know this is like really graphic and probably an overshare, but they had to remove my nipple and then scrape nipples and like scrape the back of them and put them back on. And so my nipples look way different than they did before I had surgery. I you know, for the most part, like I like my boobs a lot better than I used to. I mean, I definitely am like glad that I don't have like the back problems and stuff that I did before. Like I still, you know, my breasts are still big and I still will have back pain sometimes, but they are nothing like they used to be. And I honestly, I should have gone smaller, but I was too worried about accentuating my belly. I thought that having smaller breasts was going to accentuate my belly, but that's just not the case. And so I should have gone smaller, and I didn't, and I regret it. But you know, hopefully there will be another breast surgery in my future. So anyway, but yeah, I don't need to be really skinny. That's not what this is about. Like I want to be kind of average. And right now I'm actually, like I've talked about before, I'm actually smaller than the average American woman, with my weight and for my height and everything. Like I'm smaller. So yeah, like I don't need to be really skinny. I just want to feel good and look better, and yeah, those are what's important to me. I would like to be more fit and more active in the future and eat a little bit better, but still enjoy the things that I enjoy. So those are my goals. And so when I talk about not like needing or wanting to be skinny, that's like where I'm coming from, because it's already weird for me sometimes to, you know, to like look in a mirror and just see this, because I'm so used to seeing, like I am somebody that carried a lot of weight in my face. My face was very chubby before, and So it is weird. Not everybody has, like, carries a lot of weight in their face, but I definitely did. And, you know, I do have loose skin on my face, because I was, you know, quite a bit chubbier in my face. So, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. I don't know if there, what else? Was there anything else I want to talk about? I don't know. I don't even know how many, like, piecing all the pieces for this video together, how long it's gonna, sorry, I'm just playing with this clip right now. How long it's gonna be, so I guess that I'll just leave it at that. I'll probably do like a food haul video. I haven't done one in a while, after I get my groceries, because yeah, the last one that I actually made a video, but I didn't end up uploading it because it was very ranty, because I really don't like when other people judge other adults, what they're eating, you know, especially in the weight loss community. You know, if that's what's working for them, let them eat that. Like, for me, it's all about like moderation and balance. That's what has worked for me. That's how I've been able to maintain, you know, within a 5-pound range for the last several months, because like I live a life of balance and I don't deprive myself, you know. But like, you can do what you want to. You know, I don't necessarily agree that some of the diets out there that people choose are the healthiest, but the same thing could be said for me. So just like, let people eat what they want. And just because somebody eats a certain way does not mean they're gonna gain all their weight back. Okay? That's not what that means. So if somebody can find balance and moderation and like maintain their weight, you know, and maybe they'll have times when they go through hard times and they'll gain a little bit of weight. That may happen for some people, but that's also can happen to people that like abstain from certain things, you know, because if they fall off, a lot of them tend to fall off harder and get to like a worse spot than if you already eat, you know, with balance and moderation. So like, do what works for you and find what works for you, and try not to be too shitty about what other people are eating, and what other people are doing for exercise and stuff like that. You know, it's not my choice to decide what other adults eat. And it's not your choice to decide what I eat or what would be the best thing for me to eat. So just keep it in mind, you know, because what you're doing, somebody else could criticize and say, like, you're doing it wrong. But if it works for you, then, like, who are they to say anything? So, and really, their opinions don't matter. But anyway, yeah, so I'll probably do another food haul video, but that's why I didn't upload the last one. So it's just really ranty. So anyway, this week was still stressful. Stressful at work. My son has been sick. That's been stressing me out, especially because I can't be there. And yeah, our check engine light came back on last night in our new to us car. So hopefully it's just still the O2 sensor, which doesn't affect the drivability. It's just gonna affect like emissions next year, since it's already passed emissions this year. So it's just something that will have to get replaced, and hopefully that's all it is, because it's still like, he's still driving really well. We're still really happy with him. But yeah, it's been a stressful week. So I'm happy that the weekend is here, although they're never, ever, ever fucking long enough. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend or your week whenever you're watching this. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, subscribing, leaving me comments, interacting with me, following me on Instagram, all those things. Like, I appreciate your support. I really, really do. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. I'll talk to you guys later.